Hi, I'm Audra McDonald, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Welcome to the Broadway.com show, your weekly cheat sheet to all the news on the Great White Way, or as we like to think of it, where Blair Waldorf, Barney Stinson, and Harry Potter will spend their summer vacation. Let's kick it off with the news. What's the buzz, Paul?
Rocky Balboa stepped into the Broadway ring this week as the multi-million-dollar musical Rocky opened at the legendary Winter Garden Theater. Former Broadway.com video blogger Andy Carl stars as the Italian stallion, with newcomer Margo Seibert as his mousy love, Adrian. Highlight of the night, meeting the Sylvester Stallone on the red carpet. The Hollywood icon talked about the eternal appeal of his champion character.
It's one of those things where I got lucky and just happened to touch a nerve, and the character has lived on well beyond me. He's a better guy than me, and and every generation rediscovers it.
What's better than a romantic musical comedy? One about a hooker with a heart of gold, of course. Pretty Woman, the 1990 blockbuster rom-com in which Richard Gere swept Julia Roberts off the street and off her feet, is poised to become a musical. No composers attached yet, but with a story based on Pygmalion and My Fair Lady, this show sounds pretty perfect for Broadway.
The Queen of Psychedelic Soul is back. A Night with Janis Joplin, which closed at Broadway's Lyceum Theatre back in February, will reopen at New York City's Gramercy Theatre on April the 10th. Mary Bridget Davies will reprise her role as the late legendary singer in the new concert venue. So take it. Take another little chance to see Joplin rock out live on stage, baby.
Two Tony-winning leading ladies are coming home to Broadway. Blythe Danner will play the mother of a family of artists in the world premiere of The Country House by Donald Margulies, and Cynthia Nixon completes the third corner of a love triangle with Ewan McGregor and Maggie Gyllenhaal in The Real Thing. Nixon appeared in the original Broadway cast of the Tom Stoppard drama 30 years ago and managed to star in Hurly Burly at the exact same time. No big deal, that's just how she rolls. Welcome back, ladies. We'll see you in the fall.
Hi, I'm Margo Seibert, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
This week, musical theater icon Andrew Lloyd Webber made our hearts jump a bit when he told us that his Phantom of the Opera sequel, Love Never Dies, is still on track to get to America and hopefully Broadway. We love this grand romance that catches up with the Phantom, Christine, Raoul, and even creepy Madame Geary 10 years after the first musical. Please, Sir Andrew, follow through and bring the show to the boards. And all you Phantom fans out there, please buy tickets once it's here.
We're giving a superstitious thumbs down to the Trunchbull curse that haunts the Shubert Theatre. This week, Christopher Seibert delayed his debut as Matilda's villainous headmistress because he fractured a bone in his hand during rehearsals. Last fall, Craig Bierko, who was the initial Miss Trunchbull replacement, bowed out of the show completely after hurting his shoulder. We wish you a speedy recovery, Christopher, and we're sending over a choky inspector ASAP.
Patrick Page has played many of Broadway's great villains, from Scar in The Lion King to the Grinch to the Green Goblin in Spider-Man. So it was a big surprise when Page showed up at the Casa Valentina press event in a pair of high-heeled pumps, as captured in this week's Hot Shot by Bruce Glickus. Of course, once we realized that Harvey Fierstein's new play is all about cross-dressers, it all made sense. Kind of.
I'm Andrea Martin, and you're watching the Broadway.com show.
Violet is ready to roll on Broadway as performances start at the American Airlines Theater on March 28th. This country fried musical tells the tale of a disfigured girl on a journey of discovery that kicks off with an unforgettable bus ride. At a recent press event, we asked the cast, led by two-time Tony winner Sutton Foster, about their last memorable bus trip. Ready, set, roll.
When I was in elementary school or middle school, I had a bully, and she grabbed it was like a piece of string or twine, and she pinned my head to the bus seat. And I was like, I can't move. And then I never rode the bus again.
Upstate New York, our car broke down, and I had to get back for rehearsal. And I got on the bus, and I thought, oh my God, it's so great. There's no one on this bus. And then there were about 50 people who had just been released from prison, who then came to the bus. So it was me and 50 gentlemen who had just been released from prison, who then rode to the city.
I took two bus trips down to Atlanta, Georgia, to go deer hunting with my uncle. And on one of the trips, I had at the time long curly hair and a beard, and I was a high school kid. I got pulled off the bus in the middle of the night because the bus driver accused me of smoking pot. But I was innocent, and I argued so articulately and ferociously that he let me back on. But he made me sit in the front row so that he could watch me for the rest of the trip.
And you stopped smoking pot.
And then I stopped.
Some of Hollywood's biggest stars are flocking to the Great White Way this spring, and last week's Smackdown asked which Broadway debut are you most excited about? James Franco in Of Mice and Men or Michelle Williams in Cabaret? The results are in and 75% of you voted for Michelle Williams, 25% for James Franco. This week we're turning our attention to Disney's Aladdin, which is ready to rub the magic lamp and officially open at the New Amsterdam Theatre on March the 20th. Audiences are already packing the house, and word is that the musical's biggest showstoppers are, you guessed it, Aladdin and Jasmine's A Whole New World and the Genie's Friend Like Me. So we want to know, which fantastic tune are you most excited to see brought to life on stage? Tweet your vote to @BroadwayCon with the hashtag #BWaySmackdown and tune in next week for the winner.
Our star of the week is making his Broadway debut in Of Mice and Men, but he's got a lot of other stuff going on too. Between rehearsing during the day, shooting a short film, and doing previews at night, he's also got a book of poetry coming out. Oh, did I mention he has a master's in poetry? Plus, his new movie Maladies hits theaters this week, and he just wrapped up Franco Fest, a film festival of his entire body of work. James Franco, stop! Focus for a second. You're our star of the week.
That's it for this week's episode of the Broadway.com show. We leave you with Ramin Karimloo and the stars of the new production of Les Mis as they sing the thrilling anthem One Day More on Good Morning America. Yes, we hear the people sing and they sound awesome. See you next week.